This is Rosemary Von Wald, and I'm Poet of the Month, and I'm reading a group of my poems for you. The first one is Little Girl Gone. I can see tear paths on his face, now composed, quiet, imploring eyes, followed by sighs, as he watches that vision in white, our daughter smile and take the arm of a stranger to walk out down the aisle, and his little girl is gone. This is a prose poem. It's Paris, after all. The soft light of early morning flooded the outdoor cafe. Antoine barely had time to right the upended chairs and tables when she walked in and chose a table away from the noise, ordering coffee and pastry. She pulled down the sleeve on her right arm, hiding the reminder of the past. Antoine seated a gentleman on the opposite side, also away from the noise. The first two patrons of the day who ordered the same breakfast, he mused. Stifling a yawn, went about his duties as he wondered, where do they all come from and why? This gentleman noticed the woman opposite. It's Paris, after all. He watched her over the top of his newspaper as she wistfully smiled at him, thinking, I know you and you know me and what the world has done to us. We are from a time past. He returned her look, thinking, I understand. We belong to another era. We are alike. He sighed. She glanced at her book. He read his newspaper. He left first, turning to her with the tip of his hat, and walked away. She had more coffee and watched him leave, paper under his arm. The cafe was filling with people who wanted breakfast. All had stories to tell, but who would listen? It's Paris, after all. This is open form, type. Cursive writing, like Elvis, has left the building, so very sad. Now we must all type. Text and type in handheld delight. Don't bother with pen and paper, outdated. Techno world says type. Beautiful script. Teachers once taught, practice circles, growing graceful, letters joined, no more. Intimate handwriting gone. Part of self, a work of art. No type as yet can impart. Reflections. I want to dance naked on the shores of a hidden sea, and then fly with the gulls to the heavens that be. I want to gather the sins of my life gone by and give them to the soft winds to blow about like dragonflies. I want to live forever in the great universe's eye and then realize I can't. Like all things, I must die. I still want part of me to dance, fly high to the sky, live on the shore in dreams remembered, perhaps to say goodbye. Crowning Glory, prose poem. Have you noticed old ladies become very prideful of their hair, the ones that have some left? I suppose it's because they have lost so much. Old family recipes they forget to write down and now can't remember. Those flirty ways of theirs that used to please. High-kicking steps, if tried now, would end in disaster. Yes, it's a shame. They still have that beautiful crown. Nothing to do with it, but coil it around their fingers and remember. This is the apple orchard in open form. The commanding officer wrote, they found your body in an apple orchard, rifle in hand, that you died a hero's death, defending against the enemy advance. Did they stop and stare, probably boys like you, or brush the blossoms from your hair, wondering at its bright golden hue? I close my eyes and we are home in our orchard with roof of clear blue sky, tree branches heavy with pink-white blossoms, expectations of fruit and life. Laughing under the trees, looking up through falling blossoms, you reach to brush them from my hair. Your fingers become entwined with mine. Blossoms are still falling. Where? Falling in that other orchard so far away? Chance or choice, who's to say? But no, you want me to remember how you brushed them from my hair that day. Hushabye. The palm fronds wave, hush-a-bye, baby, as the winds blow to and fro. Will he stay or go? The wind blows. Yes or no, they anxiously wave. Still, the winds blow. The cradle rocks, baby cries. So do I. Hush-a-bye, the wind blows. Dorothy and the Big D. The table is set for 10 at Dorothy's. Her mother's javelin and fine silver sparkle. Linens like Dorothy, threadbare and yellow with age, old jazz records to be played. Cocktail in hand, she waits. Not so dementia. With Dorothy in its grip of steady decline, she can't remember this morning dressing in flapper clothes so fine. Surveying the beautiful table in flickering soft candlelight, wonders why it is set, forgetting the party and guests she did not invite. Her way out. Mother was a Gibson girl, beautiful and sad, a stranger to her daughters and son. Her cool green eyes, aloof with surprise, questioned her life as mother and wife. Father worshipped at her shrine, while handmaidens vied for her smiles. Falling into a whirlpool of pills and despair, unable to save her, she drowned. Diablo. At this late hour, all is quiet from the patio. In intermittent moonlight, shadowy parts of trees and flowers are revealed. The koi pond, just completed, draws my gaze. The moon's reflection on and off the usual still water, roiled now by curious koi, searching top and bottom for food, single-mindedly overturning every leaf. The 4 rotund bodies splashed with orange and black, creamy white, reflect the moon, fleshy lips in constant motion. Stealthy movement among the trees invites a closer look. It is Diablo, the stray cat, getting ready to dine, crouched low, tail moving metronome-like. He ignores me and thrown pebbles, only to look up and show the shine of his malevolent eyes. Never moving, Diablo glares, eyes returning to the pond. I hurry down the path to defenseless koi, but he is gone. In dread, I return to my bed to wake in pearly dawn and view the carnage of the night. Skeletons askew, forlorn fish heads weep, gaping at Diablo, serenely sleeping on the lawn. Why? The son of a friend took his life. Distraught, depressed, his mother tried to reason. Why so young? His trek had just begun. Ghosts unbidden, I thought, excised and gone, come silently, secretly back from the past to meet and greet me again. Sad, faded pictures in my mind, once banished over time, reappear in vivid color along with my old companion, guilt. I also questioned why and found no answer to my impotent tears, asking why did I or why didn't I? I want to say to her, have courage, friend, time will mercifully blur your pain, but words mean nothing now, except to show a sharing broken heart, to let her know I've been there, and like me, she will recover. False alarm, the last one. The world is still here, the sun rose, the paper came, the toilet flushed, and we're the same. It was all in our heads, this notion of dread, and not the man's idea for us to fall down dead. Gullible us, once more foiled by media hype as we traveled their path, lemming-like. We sadly reflect, not wanting to admit our fear, but we'll be on the alert for another catastrophe next year.